Hey guys, welcome to another street chat with Gino. Um, Hello, Toddy, who's making appearance here for Mikey the most, and Mike loves her more than anyone besides me. Doggy, hug me, Toddy. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about Night of Champions from the Kingdom of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I personally don't think WWE should going due to what just recently happened. If you guys are not here, and apparently the Arabs have pretty much declared war on any Americans, and they're gonna kill most of them on sight once they see them. The scary news about that, there's already half the WWE crew is actually headed to Saudi Arabia to set up. So God bless TKO for selling out for money, and putting their entire crew in danger. But we're gonna do some predictions on that show. Toddy clearly is with me in that fact that she does not want WWE to go to Saudi Arabia. Two massive injuries. We'll talk about that actually. If you live under a rock, you've not heard about. Liv Morgan's now gone 4 months at least with the dislocated shoulder. I believe it's the same shoulder she already messed up once. So huge news coming out of that is that Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez are now the tag team champions. Roxanne Perez made history. Besides Raquel Rodriguez, she is the only other person. Don't get me wrong, it's right. Dakota Kai and Dio Sky. So four people have held both sets of belts. Because Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey don't count because they were merged once they won, so that don't matter. So Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez are now in Elite Company. Or sorry, Roxanne, sorry. And Raquel is now what, a five-time champion now because she is now tag team champion with Roxanne. So she won the main belts with three different people now. Dakota, um, Liv, and Roxanne, I suppose. This is the second time that's happened because they did the same thing when Jade was storyline injured. And hey, at least they actually have tag teams to do something with, and women that can actually have decent matches. We're not going to talk about that other company because I got shit on that division all day long. Especially started with Anna Jane Ty Conti, who people actually really like. I got to argue with a buddy online in another wrestling group, and I kind of agree with him now to think about it more. Anna Jane Ty Conti are both horrible, horrible, horrible wrestlers. If you agree, don't agree with me, comments down below. But like I said, this is a prediction show for Night of Champions Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Um, so we're about to head right into it. Let me just pull up the card here. It's gonna have the King and Queen of the Ring finals matches, men and women. We got Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. The winner gets the title shot at SummerSlam. Um, which is kind of weird because both Cody and Randy are on the same brand. So how's it they get a title shot of the respective champions? So either one of them is fighting Cena. Kind of obvious who's winning this. We had Randy versus Cena for the very last time ever. And ended with R-Truth and the return of Ron Killings. Um, Cody lose twice in a row. John Cena's retirement tour is Cody can turn heel on Cena and become Cody Lander at WrestleMania at SummerSlam and Cena finishes out his career as WWE champion. I mean, there's a face him and makes amends for everything he did, and he just has match. If you guys have not noticed and don't like this heel run, you don't understand what's going on. I'll be pull this back a little bit here so we can but all right, let's go for it. Sorry guys, I'm just fixing it all here. Um, yeah, if you guys don't like this heel run, so I'm gonna go off script here for a minute. You have no idea what the fuck is actually going on, and that is that John Cena is clearly having matches with who and whoever, what and who and whatever he wants to have matches with. Sorry guys, Toddy knocked the pop screen down here. I don't like it in the video, but that's me. Um, but yes, going back on that tirade, Cena's heel run has been absolutely incredible, in my personal opinion. But WWE's not gonna let their biggest face and probably their biggest draw of all time go bound and finish his entire career as a heel. Cody's going to beat him at SummerSlam after he wins the King of the Ring. My first prediction is Cody Rhodes is winning the men's King of the Ring. Spoiler alert. If you don't believe that, then you live under a fucking bridge, and I have some glass to sell you. But Randy and Cody were finally getting that after what, 12 years, and wanted to see the finale of the Legacy group. I think it's where Cody's going to begin to plant the seed of turning heel. He's going to do something kind of weird to beat Randy. And people are like, whoa, Cody, what is he really wants that belt back? And well, that's my prediction there. I think Cody's going to do something underhanded and beat Randy, but it's going to be kind of weird. Actually, he may not even show the hints of it there. He may kind of just tweak after the match. Who knows? But Cody's definitely being seen out. I mean, Orton. Randy's there to do one thing and one thing alone. That is lose in Saudi Arabia. Everyone wanted it to be Sami Zayn, but we know Sami Zayn cannot wrestle in Saudi Arabia because he'll kill him on the spot due to his religion. Then we got Asuka versus Jade Cargill for the other women's title, other King of the Ring qualifying match here. This one I don't know. It's way too hard to say. If Asuka wins, she gets Io Sky at SummerSlam. If Jade Cargill wins, she gets Tiffy time at SummerSlam. Both those could be absolutely incredible matches. I think and Asuka and Io Sky could absolutely blow out of the water the three-way match we just saw months ago at WrestleMania, which is one of Colin's favorite matches. I'm getting a massive five-head. I just realized that now. Going bolder than I ever have. Um, but yes, I truly, truly, truly believe if we get Asuka versus Io Sky, which they've been teasing for a while now, this could be the match of the year without a shadow of doubt. I don't know if you guys have seen the work they've done in Japan together. They've had absolutely incredible matches. I'm sugarcoating around the answer to this because I don't know who to pick in this prediction. Because either way, it's going to be a very good match. I think Tiffy and Jade might be a little bit more struggling because they're not quite there yet. Tiffy is incredible. Jade is hit or miss. Athletic as fuck, but you can still see she's kind of clunky in the ring and overthinks things when she's about to do them. That goes back to her AEW days. Um, Tiffy, Tiffy is one of the best. I personally think, and the reason I think there's a lot of matches not on this thing, even for just women, because well, we have Evolution coming up, don't we? And we have our first match for Evolution. We'll talk about that later on. Well, we'll talk about it right now. Jordan Grace is fighting um JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. Jordan Grace is clearly losing that and headed to the main roster because JC Jane's losing the belt to Blake Monroe, whatever you want to call her. Mariah May, Blake Monroe, I don't know. Very uninspired name there. Um, but yes, like I said, Night of Champions, so I guess I'm skirting around this answer because I don't know who's gonna win. There's two ways you can go with this. I don't think WWE wants either one to lose clean. I think it's gonna be a weird finish. I don't know if they want Jade to win. I don't know if they want Asuka to lose. I don't know if they want Jade to lose. They're WWE's favorite thing to do, and they don't know what to do. Sorry, guys, something stuck in my foot. Is outside interference. And remember, Jade is in the storyline still with Naomi, right? And Naomi is may be looming large. Saudi Arabia may not be. There may be briefcase involved, or maybe Bianca comes out because they've been teasing that Bianca and Jade are not talking right now either. I don't know if you guys have seen the little hints in the story. Like every time Jade sees Bianca, she just walks by her because she doesn't know if she can trust her either or not because of how close Naomi and Bianca were for quite a while when Jade was injured, getting retrained, whatever you want to call it. I think there's going to be interference. I think we may see a visit from both champions in this match. I I don't know how WWE is going to do this without making one look weak and the other one not. That's my theory. I just don't know how it's going to happen. Sorry, guys. I got some stuck my foot and try to help get out as I'm talking to you. Done. Okay. Um, Toddy, what do you think? Come here. What do you think? Who do you think's going to win, Toddy? Bianca or Jade? Bianca? Sorry, Jade or Asuka? Toddy, look at me if you think it's Asuka. Look if you think it's Jade. Oh, she just gave me a look for Jade. Um, do you trust a dog's intuition? This one is just I'm confused with how they're gonna do this. I understand why Roxanne's not in it because she's not ready yet. Alexa Bliss could have been easily the predictor, then she could have taken the loss to Asuka. I mean, sorry, not Asuka, to Jade. Because she lost to Asuka on SmackDown. Then again, what are they actually doing with Alexa? Alexa doesn't make any sense. They're making her and Charlotte a tag team. Are they turning her to the White Six and recruiting her to torture Charlotte, kind of like the White Six did with The Miz? Um, I don't know, different stories for different days. I'm gonna go with my gut on this. I think the WWE really wants this match. I think they want it at SummerSlam in their two-night event in New York. They teased it on Monday, just yesterday, but they've also been teasing Jade and Tiffany for a while. But I think WWE really knows what's going to happen if they get Asuka and Io together. I don't think it's actually ever happened one-on-one in WWE. I can't recall off the top of my head if it has or hasn't. In NXT or WWE, they've teased it for years. Then they joined together. Then they feuded for a little bit when they were apart. And then Asuka got hurt. They had the baka, 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 and then bitch comment segment if you remember that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with my gut on this. I've been squirting around this answer for long enough. I think Asuka's gonna win. Following that, we have a match that's gonna replace a match because, like I said, Dominic Mysterio unfortunately injured and out of the Saudi Arabia match. We're gonna have Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. I think we're gonna see the twist of Sami Zayn starting to turn evil, and Karrion Kross is gonna be able to accept it because he's gonna be planting these seeds. And I think Sami Zayn is going to beat Karrion Kross and he's gonna do it in a dastardly way, which is kind of weird because since Sami Zayn should be wrestling Saudi Arabia, but he is. My apologies on that, guys. We don't even have Karrion Kross screw over Sami to say that show that he has to turn evil to do what he has to do. Um, Following that, we have a match that nobody wants to see, or a feud nobody wants, because it was okay in NXT and not the greatest in NXT. They walked away from it for a long time, and now they brought it back. We got Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley, so we got RR versus RR. This one is very good, the other one is Raquel Rodriguez. I'm gonna leave it as that. Nobody in WWE fandom cares at all about Raquel Rodriguez. She has a charisma of a broom. She has a moveset of Diesel. Probably the quads of Diesel too. Inside joke for those of you that actually know anything about wrestling. Is her new tag team partner gonna play an odds in this and help her beat Rhea? Because I don't know what they're actually doing with Rhea. She's kind of directionless at this point. Um, this is gonna lead to a tag team match at Evolution. There's also a rumor that has speculated for Evolution nobody wants to see happen, and I'll talk about that after I make this prediction. Um, does one half of the tag team champions get beat clean, and then Raquel and Rhea and Roxy and the mystery partner go at it on Raw? Does Raquel beat Rhea clean, and then we see what happens afterwards, or does Raquel beat Rhea with help from Roxy? It's kind of weird that Raquel is the only person in the entire Judgment Day representing Judgment Day this show. In my opinion, the least relevant member of all the Judgment Day. Um, this one's kind of weird. I think Rhea should win, and I think she'd absolutely murder Raquel because nobody gives a shit about Raquel Rodriguez. I'm sorry to be honest with you. Thinks anybody I've talked to says, "Who the hell's Raquel Rodriguez? And why should we care about her?" In wrestling, you're supposed to draw money or fans, aren't you? Make people care about you one way or the other. What about when they're indifferent and they don't care either way? That's kind of what it's like with Raquel. Most people don't give a shit either way. Whereas, like I was discussing, me and Colin were discussing, Rhea has that Stone Cold factor where you can't really do anything with her because the fans just love her so much that no matter what she does, she's going to be the king. If that makes sense. I know WWE is trying to get some momentum behind Raquel, but fans just really don't care. If I'm going to be honest with you guys, we don't care. The only cool thing about Raquel now is she has the tag team partner, that being Roxy. Um, I said Roxy's name a few times, and does that mean she's gonna play Factor? I think she might. I think this may lead to something in Evolution. Therefore, I'm gonna say Roxanne's gonna help Raquel, and Raquel's gonna beat Rhea at the pay per view, and Rhea's gonna revenge at Evolution. Splitting off Evolution, I think it's gonna be a three-way tag team match, and I think Mito's coming back, and nobody gives a shit because one of them's come back twice, and she's got no pop both times. That being Nikki Bella. I think she's gonna come back with Brie. They're gonna challenge for the tag team titles against Raquel and Roxanne. There's supposed to probably be Nikki and Liv at Evolution, but Nikki unfortunately, or sorry, Liv unfortunately injured the same shoulder again. And once again, for the second time in this video in a row, for people that are blaming Kyrie, fuck off. Nobody blames Kyrie. Everyone says she's the reason people get hurt. That's because Zoe Stark already came out and said she does not blame Kyrie. It was a freak accident. Liv said the same thing. Kyrie is devastated. For those of you that are blaming her, you're just shaming her for no reason whatsoever. It's wrestling. Freak accidents happen. Does that mean D'Lo Brown has to live with the fact for the rest of his life that he paralyzed a man who died recently? Most fans probably won't let him live it down, and he probably can't live it down himself. But accidents happen. Like Owen Hart paralyzed Stone Cold Steve Austin for a little bit. You don't think he ate him for a while? Accidents happen, people. They're going to continue to happen. They're going to happen forever and ever. Is Kane's supposed to be upset because Seth Rollins tore his knee apart when he tried to do a power bomb on him and landed wrong? Is Seth Rollins supposed to be upset that he destroyed Finn Balor's career and his shoulder with that one wrong power bomb? Um, then, for the last time ever, and probably one of the greatest rivals in wrestling history, we have John Cena versus CM Punk main eventing for the undisputed heavyweight championship. CM Punk has not held the WWE title in a decade and a half. Last time he won was John Cena. This I don't know if you guys saw last Friday, but John Cena hit his version of the pipe bomb, and I think it might be better than CM Punk's pipe bomb ever was, in my personal opinion. He even dropped the mic with 2 minutes left and said, "That's a little hint if you guys didn't get it." She's like, "You guys say you could keep these 2 minutes. I just dropped my bomb." For those of you who don't know, John Cena's wife is Iranian. Um, John Cena's not losing about CM Punk. It's gonna be a good match. I don't know if it'll be a great match. They're both well past their primes. CM Punk seems to think he's still good. He's not. He seems to struggle every match more and more. He's been carried to people in his matches. I don't think either one of these guys can carry each other. It'll be a good match. It's not going to be their classics that they've had before. Um, John Cena's clearly winning. I think because Cody Rhodes is going to win King of the Ring, he's going to show hints of snapping to try and get back at Cena because he's going to attack him after this match. CM Punk may lose by dick kick in AA because that seems to be John Cena's Cena's finishing combination now. And then I think once Cena drops the belt, we're going to get Cena coming back to his old ways. I agree with Colin. He might be stuck in the forever zone or the Phantom Zone, whatever you call it, the Fun House. And I think the Wyatt's going to get him out after he loses to Cody. But John Cena is not retiring a heel, unfortunately. But this heel run, for those of you who have not liked it, are fucking idiots. Part of my language. We've waited 25 years for this, and I loved every single goddamn minute of it. I think heel Cena might be one of the coolest. Like, if you guys don't understand, it's unironically awesome. He is playing a comic book villain. If you guys don't get it, and he's doing it to the mega top. And I think everyone's taken, myself included, taking John Cena for granted for the last 25 years, and we're all gonna miss him in about 6 months when he's gone. Because, like I've said repeatedly on many videos, he is not coming back to wrestle once he leaves. I don't think he'll even come back and make an appearance in the league. That will be it. I don't think John Cena needs the appearances more than that. I don't think he's as addicted to this as other people are. On that note, let's talk about a sad story they actually ran to where Ric Flair is legitimately getting drunk and pooping himself in bars. Um, I don't know what. I've never been the biggest Ric Flair fan. I think him and Hulk Hogan are two of the biggest pieces of shit walking God's green earth. I just think they're both very bad people. But if you're a family member of Ric Flair's, maybe it's time at his age you might want to start looking at getting him in a home or care or something. Like this guy's clearly lost his rocker quite a bit here if he's still out partying and drinking in his 70s and he's pooping himself in bars 'cause he can't hold it anymore. Um, I don't know what else to say besides that. I'm not trying to make fun of the man. I'm not trying to get a laugh out of people. If you don't believe me, go out and read the story. The dude is pooping himself because he can't hold his bowels as well anymore. He had that stomach issue a few years ago, if you guys remember. He almost died, and then he stopped drinking for about a week, I think, and then became a full-blown alcoholic again. I mean, the guy, I'll never take away from the fact the guy's a living legend in the sport. Like I said, never his biggest fan, but the man was incredible at one point. And now he's just a shadow of himself, and kind of like Hulk Hogan, it's a massive fall from grace, in my opinion. Not as bad as Hogan's, because he hasn't said the shit that Hogan said, but just the stuff he's doing now, people actually truly care about this person have to get him to stop. That his friends, his family, both maybe, I don't know. But for those people that actually care about Ric Flair, maybe get this to stop, get him in a home, get him help, get him something. I just have to get that off my chest. But you guys, I did go on a little bit of a rant there, but I also did make my predictions for and it, for sorry WWE champion Saudi Arabia. I do not know if I will or will not be watching it because I do not know if I will or will support it. Um, that being said, like I said now for the third time, Jordan Grace is getting a title shot in NXT. She didn't beat Julia. She didn't beat Stephanie Maker, and she is not beating JC Jane. And this is no disrespect to JC Jane or Jordan Grace, but this is not a match I want to watch on Evolution pay-per-view, if that makes sense. I think Jordan Grace, I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying, but I don't think she's as good as people think she is. I don't think JC Jane gets the respect she deserves. I think JC Jane is better than Jordan Grace. I think Jordan Grace is way too big to be doing the things she does, not too big, too clunky. She can't do some of the maneuvers she tries to pull off. But we're starting to get the seeds to Evolution, which is in about 3 weeks' time, July 11th. Um, I yeah, that's gonna be one of the matches on the card. And Bellas versus Raquel and Roxanne might be another one. I don't know if I'll be tuning in for this year's Evolution. Just to be honest with you guys, I don't really care for either one of those matches. We can tell you already, guarantee another one I can probably see coming in the long run is going to be Zarya with Saruka versus Tatum Paxley and what can I think of the friggin' name? The tall girl from the Cully, Izzy Dane. Or it's going to be Zarya versus Saruka. It's going to be power versus athleticism in that match. I think Zarya can absolutely murder Saruka. And Saruka is going to go up to the main roster because I think Zarya is going to be a monster when they let her be a heel. And I love Saruka. I think everything about Saruka, that girl has a rocket ship strapped to her back. I'm just making random guesses on matches I think maybe on Evolution. Those are four I can think of off the top of my head. But on that note, guys, before I keep going on a tirade, um, up to you if you want to check out any champions. Like I said, I don't know if I personally am. I don't know if I can support that. I have never checked out a Saudi Arabia show. I don't know if I will. Um, also it's at 10 in the morning for people that live in Canada, West Coast in Canada. I'm not sure other time zones, but that's the time it's playing here in BC. I will talk to you guys in a few days. Have a good week.